गजाननं
Gananam Bhutagana
भूतगणाधिसेवितं
Sevitam
कपित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम्
Sambhufalasarabhakshanam
उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं
Shokavinashakaranam
नमामि
Namami Vigneshwara Pada
विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्
Pankajam
तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे
Mahe
महादेवाय धीमहि
Dhimahi
तन्नो रुद्र
Prachodayat.
प्रचोदयात् नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् आदित्याय सोमाय मंगलाय बुधाय च गुरुशुक्रशनिभ्यश्च राहुवे केतुवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, Harini. So what's for today?
Sir, before you joined, we were discussing about Lagna's ascendant degree, 0 degree, and there are a lot of differences between astrologers of just the degree of the ascendant, not the ascendant Lord, just the ascendant. So
Only the
the
ascendant,
differences
okay.
are, only the ascendant. Their differences are 0 degree ascendant is 0 to 3 is a week, and 27 to 30 is a week, and the person will be sick and all that. But KRS, right? Sir, I think you interviewed with KRS.
Yeah.
He's a totally different opinion. And few other astrologers, they say that Lagna degree is only where the star is rising from the north side. And Lagna itself is not a planet. Planets are the one that have to give results, and the closer they are to the Lagna degree, the midpoint, the best results they give, that's where we have to give more importance. And also, he said, like, he was analyzing Prime Minister Modi's Kundali, and his ascendant is 0 degree.
It's on the border.
And,
yeah, it's on the border of
yeah,
Vrishika.
0 degree. Yeah, and then he's getting most of the planets are on the 0 degree, and he became Prime Minister during one of the planet that was 0 degree. So that's how he navigated the concept of a 0 degree a week ascendant or a 29 degree a week ascendant, or a person weak, or a person will not have a full effects in the life because
that is a reason, Rahul. That is the reason why all 0 degrees are not bad. The 0 degrees at 0 itself of the zodiac, the exact 0 is bad. Then the Aslesha Maka junction, which is another Gandanta 0, is bad. Then yesterday we saw the third Abhukta Mula Gandanta, which is 0 degree. These three are the real bad. The rest of the zeros are not zeros. Don't give any validity to that. Only to these three because of the Gandanta described by the Maharshi himself. Okay. But the practical problem with the 0 degree is, as astrologers, we'll struggle with it because we don't know whether this is right or that is right. Is it in this Lagna or it is in the previous Lagna? If you change the time of birth by 1 minute itself, it will go back. And you're not sure whether which one to use. But the ultimate thing is...
The Navamsha Lagna will be the same, sir. If it is 0, it will become strong. If it is at sometimes,
Not all the time, right? Because
no, not all the time.
Only for Chara Lagna it will be the same, right? Because Madhya will come for the other one, I think, Sthira, and Ubhaya will come endings will be Vargotama. Okay, that's the rule.
Correct.
See the thing is,
Bhava chart becomes very important.
Exactly. We are not bothered about that because if 0 degree, if another planet is at 0 degree, then it will be Bhava Madhya. It will be at its most powerful point. So I'll tell you what's happening in astrology. Remember, hundreds of years back, we had doctors, not Ayurvedic doctors, because Ayurveda seems to be stuck. It is at the same level, whereas allopathy doctors are advancing every day. Okay, now they've reached they are at a very different level. But 100 years back, 200 years back, what will a doctor do? No scan, no proper blood test. They don't even know virus. What will they do? How will they treat? They will treat with whatever they know. I know only this much. Your planet is dead. What do you mean by dead planet? No result?
Totally, sir. Totally. I have somebody with the same experience. He paid a lot of money.
I saw North Indian astrologer. I will not name the person. He was good in so many ways. That's why I don't want to name him. He says when Saturn is stationary, it goes back and forth. Stationary, because Saturn keeps record of all our sins. He's saying, I'll tell you a secret. If you do any sin on these 4 days, Saturn won't keep an account of what you're doing.
Oh my God.
No records. Our database gone. Hard disk gone. So we have people like this. So everybody makes some statement. Rahul will say, I read it somewhere. I saw somebody saying this. Somebody saying this. What do you think? What do you think? And so on. Precious time will be wasted, Rahul. There's no point.
Totally, sir.
Yeah, everybody will say something because that is what they know. See, now you think, oh, there were doctors then who didn't even know that the sperm is not containing a baby. The sperm contained a baby. They thought like that. They didn't even know about virus. They actually reasoned it out because these people are washing hands and then the disease is spreading. So something is being transformed. Somebody has to mute. Okay. So suppose you know a simple rule like this Baladi. It's called Baladi Avastha, right? So one of you can do this always. Every time you see somebody's horoscope with planet in... so 0 degree is for which one? I think it is odd sign, right? Odd and even, you have a different... so odd signs at 0 and even is the reverse side. It is a reverse way. See, ultimately somebody is a baby can't do anything. Therefore, that is also useless. So give a remedy for that. And Mrita dead. And sometimes you can give for old age also. Vriddha is getting old. So give a remedy for that. One more puja. So the bill has come quite a nice number.
But so that case, the Venus's exaltation point is 27 degree in Pisces. So even if point,
I'm making fun of it. Are you not understanding what I'm trying to do?
No, I am.
So you have planets on the other side, like right now you pointed out. Okay. So all these are small rules. And how to answer this question? Throughout Bhrigu Sutram, so much of content about human life. Where has this been discussed? All in passing reference. One more point.
Sir, you want to see American marriage? It's just running outside my apartment.
Oh, okay.
They're playing with the colors and stuff.
Okay. Not now, Rahul. Okay. It's a good thing that I saw Saturn and Jupiter in the sky from your telescope. I saw it first time in Maharishi Ashram. The German who set up the entire room, everything, he took me and showed me. And there was because it was such a huge magnification, there is a motor in it, which kept slightly shifting according to the Earth's movement, so that the vision of the Saturn was there still in the lens. Otherwise, it will go off. It seems in 1 second it will go off. You need to match up the Earth's rotation. And I was startled when I saw Saturn, and I remember it. I'll never forget it. It was a Saturday, and correctly the same image is being posted by Rahul, and I'm seeing it again on a Saturday. But I'm seeing it in the last 2-3 days. I was showing my apartment people. This is the truth of astronomy and astrology in India. If you do a chart today, they'll all be together, Saturn and Jupiter. And you can see it in the sky. Okay. So please, spend time more usefully instead of asking these, these type of questions. We got a lot more we'll have to learn. Okay. So today we are going to learn about tsunami. Okay, Manoj Chakravarti, are you ready with the tsunami chart? The word tsunami means something. You came, like the girlfriend will tell, you came like a tsunami into my life. Okay.
And everything was good after that. Or destroyed.
You're talking about a wedding outside your place, so you're in that mood, huh? Okay. Anyway, there are so many of these frills in astrology, the frills. Okay, so don't give too much of importance to the side cream in the cake. That small. Is this exact time when the tsunami, happened on the coastal regions of India? Yeah, I think, right? 7:59.
Wow, Lagna and Lagna Lord almost to the exact same minute, same degree.
Lagna and Lagna Lord, Saturn in same degree. Beautiful. Ganesh has proven one point, is very observant. He has seen the one coincidence straight away from the chart, that the Lagna and Saturn degree is exactly the same. So direct. So without even looking into the aspect table, you can say Saturn must be having a lot of 100 aspect on many houses, right? Because of that. I mean, yes, that's a derivative of that, right? It's a derivative of that. So Saturn will look at first house 100%, for sure that is 7th, which you just now quoted Samasaptama. And what about 10th house aspect? On 4th, it will be 100%. And obviously, he looks at the 3rd from himself. Are we recording this conversation?
8th house.
Yeah.
I mean, 9th house.
9th house. 9th house.
9th house.
9th house will have 100%. And one more house. What is the other one? 3 we finished. 10 we finished, right?
4th house.
4th we finished. I think we have finished everything, right? 3 houses of aspects, special aspects. So all these houses will be aspected. That's all. That's a good way to start.
The 4th house of Kalapurusha has Saturn in a water sign.
Wait a minute. Wait. Can you repeat that? Sorry.
The 4th house of Kalapurusha is Cancer, and it has Saturn on it.
Okay. So now this is a very dependable rule in astrology, the Kalapurusha ascendant. Please do not underestimate it. Don't make it as though that's not a big thing. It is the big thing, because so many truth in astrology was derived only from Kalapurusha's logic. Did I mention yesterday or no? When did we say Saturn debilitated? No, I was speaking in Clubhouse, I think, right? Saturn debilitated in first house. Yeah, Saturn in first house. I was talking about Saturn in first house. Is Saturn in first house good or bad?
Bad, sir.
Debilitated in first house is not good, sir.
No, not debilitated. I made a mistake. I just said Saturn in first house is good or bad.
It's not good, sir.
Not good, sir.
Majority of the times it is not good. Okay. Now, how such things could be derived using Kalapurusha is you make for the world, the Lagna is always Mesha. And then place Saturn there and try to study it. And
debilitated.
So Saturn is debilitated, which means that it will be the negative side. So Saturn in Lagna will make a person slightly less in the way he thinks. Varamira says, he goes to the extent of saying he's a fool. I have Saturn in first house. Okay. So, dull-headed, lazy, and so on.
You have so many planets in first house, sir. Not only Saturn.
No, but for him, it's Lagna Lord. So it is one of the exception cases, right? It's not. So when it is Lagna Lord and exalted are probably exceptions.
When Saturn is in Lagna, own house, what yoga is that?
Sasha Yoga.
Sasha Yoga, sir.
It's a Panchamaha Yoga. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you read a chart like this, before going into the chart, I would like to tell you a very interesting story proving the power of Mahamrityunjaya. Okay, I think I've documented this in a blog. Have any one of you read my story on Mrityunjaya Homa and Tsunami?
Yes, sir. I have read.
Then it will be nice for me to hear it rather than me speak about it. Okay.
Guruji, what if Lagna Lord is in your own house, Guruji?
Lagna Lord in Lagna, what else you want? That's the best thing to have, the Lagna Lord in Lagna.
And you have it, sir.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Meaning you didn't, I didn't know that you had asked from that point of view. Okay, I was just saying, see, when your Lagna is a rising sign, you are seeing the Lord also rising. What more you want? Okay.
You have everyone rising in your Lagna, sir. All stars are rising.
Yeah. I have Jupiter close to my Lagna while I was born. You can see my Navamsha.
Nichbanga Raja Yoga, sir.
You can see my Navamsha, Mithuna Lagna and Jupiter is in Karkadaga. So the Jupiter is rising. Unfortunately, my classmates used to say, when only you are going to stop advising us? And the best part of it was I was able to control people who were getting 2 times the marks I was getting, because I was only averaging at 50. They will get 100 and they'll still listen to me. And it continued into college. In college, there was a professor who used to go for dumming, which is called smoking. And meanwhile, I will be conducting the class. Again, average student. Okay. In NIT, the same thing happened. 2 teachers were smoking, both of them from IAM. And they'll say, Dilip, handle it from here on. They just go away. They'll come back with all that smoke stink. Okay. So it continued for a long time. I was running a gym with about averaging 30 to 40 people. Those times there was no organized gym in Chennai. I did a lot of things. I taught people how to box. I taught people how to swim. Kept on teaching all the time. Jupiter rising in Lagna. Okay. So
what is the next plan, sir?
Huh?
What is the next plan?
Next plan is what? Same plan only. Next birth also same teaching astrology only. Okay. So as soon as you see some, okay, who's going to tell that story? Ashwath?
Yes, sir. I read it long back. You narrated saying that one guy got an urge to go to the seashore on the 26th.
Okay.
When the tsunami was happening.
Okay. I'll tell it off because you might not.
Yeah.
Because I have experienced it, so I'll be in a position to tell it. I thought we can take some rest. This is a case of 3 people, 3 of them my clients. Okay, during that portion of the 2004. That time I was secretary of Rotary Club of Chennai East Aripuram. And after the tsunami, we carried 2 full lorries of kitchen equipments and donated it to the seaside people. Okay. YT to everyone. Manoji is this chart of a person. It is tsunami chart. That's all. Okay. It's an event chart, not anybody's chart. So these 3 clients, these are things that gave me 100% faith in astrology. All these 3 people I told before the tsunami that all of you are, one by one I told, you are having danger in water, danger through water. Of course, by now you could easily guess what that combination must be. And then I noticed that this was the time that all of them were in the same danger. So what do? You tell them, don't go to water. Don't risk it. Don't go to the sea. Don't go to the ponds. Don't go into the lakes. These are the standard, approach given by Sage Bhrigu.
It is for moon in the 8th house, sir.
Moon in 8th house.
Yeah. Moon in 8th house and moon badly placed, moon afflicted and so on. But all of them were going through Maraka Dasha and Antardasha. That was the common thing. So what did I do? I gave them the address. Go to Ayyappa Prarthana Mandir in Egmore High Road. It is just 2,500. To make it 3,500, because you can make it come to his 8 number because it is Saturn related. And so please do it. Okay. And they went and did this in the Homa. I don't know if everybody did it there, but this is the idea. I gave them the remedy. Now I'm going to tell you something very startling. On the day of tsunami, all these 3 clients were on the beach. Are you thinking this is a story or a film or a real incident? How many of you feel
No,
this
sir.
is?
No, sir. We believe in you.
No, some of these unbelievable ones, like they look scripted. Don't we have a saying that says like it is as if it is scripted, which is good, which is what increases our belief.
But you are told also, sir, in the blog that one guy out of the tree, he was never used to go to the seashore.
Yeah, that younger generation, that boy used to. But what happened is I rechecked only afterwards. But the first thing was, as soon as the tsunami came, in a few minutes later, I got a call, frantic call from the parent of this boy, whose horoscope I said, sir, in the marriage, sir, my son and his friends had gone to the beach and no contact at all. But what happened was, the water came, but something happened. I don't know really the entire story. His cell phone was washed off, or it was in water, and he was hanging between some branches of something like that, and like that. This was one case. But in this case, this person was hit by the water. But I'm going to tell you about an older couple, the man and the wife. It was a 60th birthday. So the son had given them a GRT holiday. So these two people are sitting on the beach. So when it was nearing 8 o'clock, the father said, let's go. And I asked this client, when was the last time your dad went to the beach? All these three people are not regular goers to the beach. Okay. And this couple, this man hasn't been to the beach for more than 10 years. But on that day, he was on the beach. So it is like fate saying, come, come, come. Okay. But then the Mrityunjay also is working on the background. So it was surprising that the man just got up on time and walked back to the hotel, and then the water came. And the water, all of it, the sand, everything went over their cars. And the car was not usable, so they came back by taxi. So this is to make this chart very interesting. Okay, so three cases. But in the other case, the man was continuously crying. The father was crying, saying he's gone, he's gone. But I said, no, don't worry, he'll come back. Then they got him back. The other, I think the water chased them and they were escaped just in time. Okay, this is just an unforgettable experience for me with the tsunami. The first thing that comes to your mind is 26th. If you add up the entire date, 26/12/2004, you get an 8 again. So it's all about Saturn. What is special about Saturn? Saturn rules all the mass planet. Big one. Pandemic, epidemic, large number of people. Can anyone say, because we saw the photo of Saturn, why it is connected like this?
It's because of the rings.
Because of the rings, it is wide. And the rings can be taken as a fan following also. Right? And Saturn is dukkha. Yeah, Saturn is dukkha karaka. Is a karaka for all the natural calamities. So the one thing that you notice here is it happened on a 26th, and then it is all about Saturn Lagna. And where is Saturn? Ganesh pointed out, Saturn is a king of this chart. Any objection?
Is it because he's aspecting the first house and the fourth house 100%, sir?
That's what. Ganesh got it straight away, the answer for this chart. Because of the 100%.
And the element of this chart is a water element, this chart, sir.
I think Ganesh also mentioned that, right? Saturn is, or somebody else mentioned Saturn is in water sign.
Yeah, the person next to me said that. I don't remember their name.
Okay.
About the water side.
Huh?
It's me, sir, Deepak.
Deepak. Okay. Deepak immediately pointed out Makara Lagnadipati in 7th. In 7th, what is Saturn?
Directional
gains
strength
Digbala,
it
sir.
gets.
He gains
It
Digbala.
gets directionals.
Directional strength.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time I have to push the question.
Sir,
For
and
the
one
pottery
more
science, sir.
Who?
Sir, and one more point is,
No,
again,
let's
Mars,
finish. What is Saturn in the seventh? Okay, try reading this like a normal human being's chart.
Maraka.
It's a Maraka, sir. Yeah, second
It's a
lord in seventh.
Maraka. You forgot. Saturn is a Maraka because second lord. And where is it sitting? Seventh house. What is seventh house?
Maraka Sthana, sir.
Another
So
Maraka Sthana, sir.
it is 2 times Maraka. And it is perfectly sitting in the 100%. I'm waiting for one more hint from you regarding something very specific about this chart. I'll wait. I'll not give the answer. Okay.
Sir, there
I'm
is a
waiting for
planetary war
somebody to
also
notice.
going on, sir.
Sir,
Okay,
it
one
is
by
again
one.
Mars
Wait a minute.
aspecting moon 100%, sir.
Manoj, shall we go back into the raising the hand and answering one by one?
Okay, sir.
I think even yesterday while I was going through the recording, I thought we should go back to that mode because everybody is eager to participate and we should give them a fair chance. 1 minute. What do we do here? I have not done it for a long time. Mute all. Okay. Allow. So this doesn't cover the co-host, right, Manoj? Okay. Anybody else wants to be the co-host? You can let me know. You can control noise anyway, or you can even ask somebody who you are next. Okay, you can give me some rest that way. I'll give Prahlad the option of being a co-host. You can say now Prahlad himself is asking the first, making the first statement, right? So those of you who have something to say about it, please raise your hand. Prahlad goes first.
Uji, can you hear me?
Yes. Once you finish, you put down your hands and mute. That's all.
Okay. I'll only say one point. Mars is in Saturn's nakshatra.
Mars is in Saturn's nakshatra. Okay.
Mars is definitely connected with Anuradha.
Okay. For Makara Lagna, what is Mars? Strange. For Makara Lagna, Saturn, Mars is considered a Maraka for some reason. By the Maharishi. Okay, Mars is a Maraka. So, Mars in Saturn Nakshatra, you got a connection between Maraka and again Saturn. Where Saturn is in the 7th house. What is the difference between 2nd house and 7th house in terms of death? Yeah, we'll post these questions. And now next is Sri Devi. I think this is the best way to conduct it. Yeah. Sri Devi next. You can unmute, no? Or we should unmute. Okay. Sorry. You can help me out with this. As soon as I say Sri Devi, one of you can unmute.
Sir, it is, we are looking into a particular place and the 4th house is afflicted with Rahu, sir.
4th house is afflicted by Rahu. Loss of comfort, home?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the 4th house is getting a lot of afflictions, right? All the buildings, all the homes. Because Saturn is looking at the 4th. What about 4th Lord?
4th Lord is in 11th house, sir.
No, I'm saying, is there any connection with Saturn and 4th Lord?
Just like Prahlad mentioned, like Mars
star
is
connection. Star connection.
Yes,
we got a star connection. Okay, good. Whenever you read the 4th house, read the 4th from the 4th. Bhavat Bhavam applies in every case. Without fear, you can use it. The 4th from the 4th, the 3rd from the 3rd. The 3rd from the 3rd, if malefics are there, most probably if 3rd house is having a malefic, the 3rd from the 3rd is having one more malefic, they'll be brotherless. No brother or no siblings. So 4th from the 4th, how is it? Well placed? Saturn. What is Saturn here? Saturn is in a friend's house. How many of you say Saturn is in its friend's house? Moon has no enemies. But Saturn, what is Saturn's relationship to Moon? Okay, who is next? What is that? Rahul clapping. Okay. Okay, next is after Manoj. Manoj, you can unmute yourself, right?
Yes, sir, I can do it, sir.
Yeah. You want to say something? You raise your hand.
Yes, sir. Sir, again, in this chart, based on what we have discussed yesterday, Mars is also aspecting the moon 100%. And at the time of event, Mars is in a watery sign and, aspecting 100%. And the Saturn is also, influencing the Lagna with the, closeness of the degree.
So you are connecting disaster and all that with, again, the same logic that we had used yesterday. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mars looking at moon is 100%.
Moon is in Mars, etc.
No, wait. This is something that we have to congratulate, right? Whenever you notice patterns with such accuracy, and remember I told you yesterday, round up all the hundreds. As soon as you have a computer, aspect table, computerized aspect table. Don't miss that opportunity. Didn't I tell you that 100 marks is something special? Or you say it's not special? Okay. So Mars aspecting the moon, the water planet, as being a Maraka for this Lagna, but Mars using its 8th house aspect. 8th house aspect has got the element of death in it. Too much hurting, accidents, suicide, lot of things. So this is one of the things I noticed. And there are like this, at least 4 more statements to be made like this. Let's see if anybody is getting it. Thank you, Manoj. Now Renuka next. Somebody can do this for me to unmute. I'm getting older. Unmute Renuka. Yeah, thank you.
It's a full moon, sir.
It is a full moon. What a point. What a point. I'm waiting for additional statements made by you based on that. I'm waiting for it. Okay.
Full moon, we know that water will rise by naturally, right?
So there's a lot of unrest in this world on new moons and full moons based on the fact that both the moon and the sun will pull water on both sides. People know the high tides are caused only by lunar activity. Only scientists know it is also caused by the sun. Okay. You must watch Science Channel to know that. It is not just the moon. But fantastic point. Because of the full moon, it made it possible for the water to give more problem. Which is why in astrology Muhurta, full moon is rejected for all auspicious activities. Have you heard of this? Full moon, only one activity is allowed. It is called harvest. Only for harvest it is used. You're not supposed to get married on a full moon. You're not supposed to get married on an Amavasya when this moon is on either side. Okay, we got a wonderful point. What next? Renuka, finished, right? Sweta, Mars aspects moon. Okay. But I think they were connecting it to Mars aspecting 8th based on previous classes. Okay, Mars aspects moon 8th aspect. But see, more than just the 8th, more important is the exactness of the aspect. Mars looking 100%. The reason is 6 degrees and 5 degrees. It's because of that. Okay.
Yes, sir. That Manoj had already said. I just wanted to add on top of it.
Okay, good. So you're saying the suddenness of it, right? Something to do with the 8th house. Okay.
The aspect of
I will. Yeah. Thank you, Sweta. So like this, if you can practice with one point, but I'm still waiting for one major point. I'll see who's going to answer that. Okay, I'm not going to give any clue.
I have permitted Nick.
Nick can speak. Okay, Nick is going to say something. Okay.
Sorry, lots has already been said, but I can see Moon is in the 6th house, so that's problems related to water. And then also it's the Mars Mahadasha, which is the Marika.
For what you have said is not an ordinary point. Okay, so don't make it like a casual statement. You should say, I found out this, so something like that. So the best way to do this is treat it as a horoscope of a human being. Read it just like that. Don't have to think that this is, this is an event, and then you don't have to think it like an horoscope, but you'll have to think of this as a horoscope of a human being. And if you see a human being having moon in the 6th house, what would you tell him?
You must stay away from watery places.
Yeah, that's not possible to, all the time, but you warn him sufficiently, right? You still have this problem. Yeah. There could be, the possibility of danger in water. Okay. Sure. Any of you have Brigasutram? Just read out moon in the 6th house. I think Harini might be having. You'll have to allow her to talk.
Sir, we can open it in the tool itself, sir.
Okay. Or we'll skip it, because now students have reached a stage where we can believe, Brigasutram, Bhrigu had told this, that water could be dangerous to such people. Where is it? Moon in the 6th. Then it will be in this disposition, watery places like ponds, wells may prove dangerous for this. Okay. Actually, when I saw Tsunami's chart those days, the first thing that came to my mind is, my God, this moon is a full moon and it is in the 6th from Lagna. But then I noticed it is also again the Lord of the 7th, Maraka. Thank you, Manoj. The problem with astrology is you have to know so many rules and give a lot of importance to it, and meditate on it, ponder over it, appreciate it. Wow, you'll have to say something like that to the rishis. How, I wouldn't say how the heaven did they know about it? Right? Unbelievable. And the second Lord, Maraka, sits in moon sign, the sign of the moon. The dispositor went to the 6th house of, problems. And then 4th house is afflicted. We went to that place where to give the lorry, we took the kitchen utensils, and they showed us a place where there's nothing at all. It was just clean. And they said a lot of houses were here. And I saw only one Almirah there, which didn't move at all. Then I told my friends, this Almirah must have been fixed in a Sthira Nakshatra. Maybe Rohini, they fixed it. And it refused to move. Only one Almirah. Okay. It was near Kadalur. Okay. Okay, I have from my side, whatever I wanted has been, told by you. If there are more things, we can continue with contributions. I was waiting for this moon in the 6th. Now, of course, now that we have given you the clue, you should be able to discover more, right? Manoj, can you shift the start date exactly like that Vimshotri Dasha?
It is the start date only, sir.
Oh, it is the exact start date, right? Because this happened in 2004. But why is it saying 2005? Yeah, this one. So where is it? Second, we are in Mars, Sun.
It started in Mars, Sun.
Mars and Sun. If this was a horoscope of a person, what would you say if birth happened in Mars Sun? Or at least Sun. Think about Sun. I'll wait.
So we have to permit people who wish to say, because still everybody is muted.
Oh, okay. So again, same idea, right? Raise their hand and then let them one by one.
Yeah, they have to drop and raise, sir, so that I can permit them.
Oh, so like please put down your hands. And now it's a fresh question. I'm waiting for, just read it like how you would have read the horoscope of a human being who was born in Sun Antardasha, right? Who's next? Ganesh. Thank you. He's been unmuted. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So the Sun in the 12th Baba, so risk for the father. Here it's also the 8th Lord. So I was also going to say for the tsunami thing, it is the 8th Lord Sun having a almost 100% aspect, 95% aspect on the 7th Lord in the 6th house. So there is a 6-8-12 connection, and the 8th Lord for sudden events is also aspecting the moon with a very high aspect. So that was earlier point that I was going to say. But here I would say for your question, danger for the father.
Danger for, in the context, we could say, 8th Lord in the 12th, is it good for longevity?
No, sir.
8th Lord in the 12th? Any proof? Any proof? 8th Lord in the 12th, what did Maharshi say? Maharshi Parashara.
Short life.
Short life. So it's a life-threatening combination. Sun in the 12th. Anything else? Now remember the wisdom of Maharshi. For Makara Lagna, I said strangely you associated the word Maraka to Mars. Has he ever said Maraka for any other 11th Lord? He said it's very bad, right? For all Charalagnas, the 11th Lord is bad, extremely bad. Every Charalagna, every movable sign Lagna, it is extremely harmful, the 11th Lord. Anything else that we had missed?
Pavni raised her hand.
Yeah. No, one of you can let the student in.
Sir, Jupiter has aspect on the Lagna, sir. On 5th, and Jupiter aspect is there.
Jupiter aspect.
80% aspect is there on Lagna, sir.
It's
12th Lord and 3rd Lord, but aspect is there on Lagna.
How will you answer that? Anyone?
So though the event happened, help came from everywhere, sir.
My 3 clients who did the Mahamrityunjaya, they came back, right? Without any problem.
Okay, God believing, if they are towards God, then help will
come.
For those.
It's like a remedy, right? You led a good life.
But why Mars Mahadasha, sir?
The fishing community, they were the ones who are affected to a good, terribly affected by this sad thing that they always have their house on the beach, closer to the seashore. Though people enjoy non-vegetarian food, when you see the fish, dying slowly, it's actually horrible to see the fish dying. It's a slow death, suffocating. So during the next 1 year, we invited a lot of people who lost their parents in the tsunami. They came and gave us the picture about how horrible all that was, the water.
Sir, does it have does the event has any connection with this Mars and the Mercury, Venus and the Mercury planetary war, sir?
Was there a planetary war? I didn't notice.
It's there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
There is no planetary war, sir. It is more than a degree.
There is no Venus 17 degrees and Mercury 18 degrees, right?
But see, Mercury is 1852. It has crossed 4 minutes.
It has crossed the definition. Yeah, it has crossed the definition.
But they are in the same Navamsha, sir. They didn't, the Navamsha, they are in the same Navamsha. The 5th Lord and 6th Lord and 9th Lord and 10th Lord, they are in Var. But
actually, both are benefics. So let's not give importance to the planetary war. For some other Lagna, it could have been different. I take it as a conjunction.
Except for, Mercury and Venus, all other grahas are somehow connected, either to Saturn or Mars by nakshatra. Even, and Sun. Ascendant is in Sun and Sun is in the 12th house. Then we see Sun is in Ketu's nakshatra, Ketu is in Mars nakshatra, Rahu is in Ketu's nakshatra, and then Mars is in Saturn's nakshatra. So there is a, connection of grahas.
Oh, okay. Same set of grahas all over, right? Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point.
But these three are Mars, Venus, and Mercury are in Scorpio watery sign, sir. That may, I don't know whether it is correct or not.
That gives us a clue, right? So let's say how many of them are watery sign? We have Saturn, Venus, Mars, and Mercury in watery sign, right?
Planets, yeah.
And if you look at Shadbala, Moon is the strongest, and next is Saturn and Mercury.
Yeah. I was looking for something, and I thought I finished everything, but there was a point that I saw first, and later I forgot about it. I'm now asking the same question. There's one more important point that all of you missed.
It's like Sade Sati.
I'll wait. No, it's not Sade Sati. No. Sade Sati, of course, for the world it is there, because you're saying moon. So always, for any Sade Sati, I'll always tell them to be careful on 8th, 17th, and 26th. That's a rule I created almost at the beginning of my career. The reason being that when I went through Rahu Saturn, all the major trouble events only happened on 8, 17, or 26 for me. Then I started reading a lot of it and then understood why it's happening. So in a way, the world was going through Sade Sati. It happened, right?
Yeah, Moon and Saturn is connected that way.
What is the moon sign of India?
Sir. Saturn sign. It's a Saturn sign.
Moon sign of India.
Saturn nakshatra.
What Saturn nakshatra? Which nakshatra? Which Rashi? Was moon?
Kadaga Rasi, sir. Pushya nakshatra.
Pushya nakshatra is the correct answer, right? Karkadaga. Cancer. That is where Saturn is. So India was going through 7.5 years Saturn. All countries' independence when it was wherever the moon is. So India is going through Sade Sati. So India will be hit on 8, 17, and 26 during this period.
So one more point.
On what date did the Gujarat earthquake happen? Anybody can Google?
I think so. That was also on 26, sir.
I don't know. I don't remember.
The parliament attack also happened on a 26th.
Yeah, that's correct. On 26th January.
I'm waiting for some messages on the chat. Let me go through it.
It's January 26, 2001, sir.
Yeah.
Ashwath answered January 26. Deepak answered January 26, 2001, right? Then what did Manoj say? Parliament attacks? Mumbai attack. Ganesh. Mumbai attack was also on 26th. Which year?
November 26, 2009, sir. 2008, maybe.
2008, huh? So 7.5 years still was on, I think, right? Okay. India's Republic Day itself is 26th. And India's Independence Day, if you add it up, you will get 8. It was born on Pushya Nakshatra, Saturn star. I'm still waiting for one observation. You missed it. Though I think indirectly, yeah.
Sir, the Arudha Lagna and the Upapada Lagna coincides with the ascendant degree. 1 degree, 26 minutes.
Sir, is that something related to
No,
Dasha
Arudha Lagna, Upapada Lagna, don't look at the degree. It's not relevant. Okay, the software is given. Just ignore it. Arudha Lagna, Upapada Lagna. The degree you can just skip.
Sir, is this something related to Dasha and Antardasha, sir? I just typed it in the chart. At that time of the event, it is Mars Dasha and Sun Antardasha, sir. Like you said, like Mars is Maraka for this particular ascendant.
Exactly.
And Sun is 8th Lord, sir. And which is in 12th house, which is the loss again.
Sir, can I make one more point, sir?
Please go ahead.
Sir, if I take Chandra as Chandra Lagna, again I see 6th house as being afflicted.
From Chandra Lagna. Okay. Always, whenever the Dashanath and Bhuktinath are in 2/12 axis between each other, or 6/8 axis from each other, the Dasha and the Antardasha, they will turn bad. Mars Dasha, Sun Antardasha. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So, therefore, you see here they are in separation, like disconnect. In the Bhava chart, you see Venus and Mercury together have occupied the 12th instead of the 11th. This was one of the points I was waiting for.
And Jupiter is at Ketu, Guruji. And Jupiter is in Moon's nakshatra again, Moon connection.
Yeah, it will
Sir,
not
can
be...
you repeat the, sir, can you repeat the point you told, sir?
First, when I said, let's not bother about Venus, Mercury fight, because for this Lagna, they are benefics. And we were talking that they were 9th Lord and 10th Lord, Yoga Karaka, all of that in the 11th. Let's not call it as a fight. Instead, we will call it as a conjunction and leave it off like that. So I was expecting somebody will look up at the Bhava chart and say, both these planets, the most important planets for this Lagna, disappeared into the 12th.
12th. Okay, sir.
Now, here is a point. Now, suppose you keep shifting the tsunami location to other places, you will slightly get it in different ascendant, right? Because of the time zone corrections. Okay, so that is something that you'll have to think about. So when you're making it, yeah, this is okay. You put Kadalur, it doesn't matter. It will still be the same. Okay. Now, with respect to Indian time, and even if say Kadalur, we got this perfect 1 degree 26, 1 degree 27. But at the same time, the ascendant will not be the same for every other place. Okay. Meanwhile, here is a list of 32 terrible, catastrophic disasters which leave you astonished. China earthquake 26, Gujarat earthquake 26, tsunami 26, Taiwan earthquake 26, so on and so forth. I've written all this in my article, The Fascinating Number 8, long time back. Okay, you can go through my article. Okay, meanwhile, now the point is...
One more important point is tomorrow is going to be 26, sir.
Oh, today is a Saturday and tomorrow is 26. Okay. If we extend this consultation by another 1.5 hours, we will get into 26. Hope it doesn't go that long. Okay. So the point is, if this was a human being's chart, what would you say if the Yoga Karaka and the Bhagyadipati goes to the 12th? The chart is extremely on the wrong side. Saturn in the 7th, Moon in the 6th, many planets in the 12th. So 4 planets are in the axis of 6-12.
6-12. Yeah.
And on top of that, Saturn is sitting bang opposite to the Lagna, and Saturn says, I got into this house of the Moon, who I consider as my enemy. Always remember, Saturn has 3 enemies. But one of them is mutual enemies, like Sun and the Sun and Saturn. Sun hates Saturn, Saturn hates Sun. But Sun hates Moon, but Moon doesn't hate Sun. I mean, Saturn hates Moon, but Moon doesn't hate Saturn because Moon has no enemies. So these are things that you should memorize as quickly as possible. So then what happens is that that house, when it reaches that perfection, like yesterday we saw some perfections, right? In the Tennessee shootout, some degree like 100% and something like that. So always Ganesh was the first person to point it out immediately that I see the Lagna Lord and Saturn in 1 degree. So this is so perfectly timed. Too hard to, ignore as just a coincidence. And already 26 has a history. And then I told you, Cairo in his book of numerology, he has said amongst a double-digit number, 26 is the most inauspicious. For those people who had gone through this, lots of property was destroyed. Lots of them. It was an unbelievable effect it had. Luckily, we never, some of us never even noticed it. Nothing happened to us. But the pressure on the fourth house is very clear. Can somebody say one extra point on the weakness of the fourth house? One extra weakness. Of course, you can say Rahu is in the fourth, then Saturn looks at the fourth. There's no need to look for more because it's a perfect 100% drishti. A malefic occupying and malefic looking. But one extra point. Why the fourth house is so badly afflicted. The fourth from the fourth as a malefic. That's the other point. And one more point. Always use this idea. Keep it in your mind in the stack up method. Wait a minute. Rahul says fourth lord in 6-8. With whom?
So the fourth lord has gone to 8th from 4th, sir.
This is the answer. This is the answer. No, it is important. It is important.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely it is important. Suppose separately you talk about Mars in a positive way, that's different, based on other things. But from a Mula Trikona, if a planet goes to the 8th, that planet has got some negative tinge to it. Okay. Then of course we have covered other points that Mars is in Saturn Nakshatra, Anuradha, where Anuradha is in a watery place. So the water connection somehow, I think Sai Prahlad also connected a lot of these interconnections between these grahas, Mars and so on, right? Mars is in whose nakshatra? Saturn nakshatra. That's what he said. And Saturn is in which nakshatra? Jupiter. Okay, but Jupiter has any connection?
One more point, sir. The rishis have told that when the kendras are occupied by malefics, it is not a auspicious position. And if we see in this chart, all the 3 kendras are occupied by malefics. And the benefics
because Rahu, Ketu, and Saturn. Okay.
And benefics.
But Jupiter is there in the 10th, right? Jupiter is there in 10th.
Yeah, there is one hope. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are saved also. There's a point that we should consider. A lot of people
and
made narrow escapes.
And 4th house has 98% Jupiter aspect, sir. 4th house has 98% Jupiter aspect.
Yes. So as I told you, some of the people who had it in their karma, they would have escaped it because of Jupiter's aspect. Not all the houses were gone. All these mixed influences will synchronize with the individual horoscope of people. Okay. Have we finished? Any more point? We can quit. Anyone has some special point to say? Okay, we could have added this. Because this is an exact time, I think, right? This 7:59. Manoj, it is documented. It is on 7:59 in Kadalur or Chennai. I think it is, right?
Yes, sir. I think so. It was a bit early, but the time it hit Chennai, I think so. It was almost that time, 7:59.
Yeah, whatever the hitting time on Chennai is enough. Okay. What is the world? How did the world report it as? Wait a minute. I'm just going on Google 1 minute. Tsunami 2004 timing. I use these keywords. The tsunami and its aftermath is responsible for immense destruction and loss on the rim of the Indian Ocean. On December 26, 2004, at 7:59 a.m. local time, an undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1. If it happened on land, it is all gone. 9.1 struck off the coast of the Indian Ocean. Yeah, so the 7:59 is correct. Okay, we'll take it that itself. In terms of feet, how much height did it touch maximum in some place? Anybody can guess? I think we will let everybody talk. We are going to finish. Yeah, I got released. I got caught because I think I spoke too much about Saturn, I think. Yeah, now what we'll do is we'll allow everybody to unmute and talk because we have come to the end of this discussion.
Sir, moon is debilitated in Navamsha, sir. Does it affect, sir?
Definitely.
Sir, D60 chart, Saturn is sitting in 7th house with Sun. If it is the accurate timing, Saturn is again with Sun, and Sun was Sun's Mahadasha going on.
See, the
Saturn
point,
is,
the point that moon is debilitated in Navamsha is a huge point. It's a big one. Why? When moon is in the 8th or 6th or 12th, it is a water Gundam. Okay. All the 3 people who consulted me, that episode I told you, all of them had moon in 6, 8, and 12. So that was the reason why I said don't go near water. And that particular day, the moon in Navamsha happens to be in debilitation. Debilitation is not the point. It is in watery sign and debilitated. That's the point.
With Ketu together. Ketu is also there with moon.
Exactly. That is another way, but at least the moon. So whenever in Navamsha planet goes to debilitation, more of the negative side of that planet will come. So Prinas, do not think that Navamsha is only for marriage. Navamsha can let you know many things about the dignity of planets. And that's the reason why.
Exalted, sir. Rahu and Ketu are exalted. Rahu and Ketu are exalted, sir.
Exalted.
On the axis of moon.
Yeah. But instead of saying exalted, we would say the moon is debilitated and it is on that axis Rahu and Ketu is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will use it as a further affliction in D9 chart. And the D9 chart, do you notice where Mercury and Venus are?
12th.
Vargotama. Vargotama.
No, it's not Vargotama. It's not Vargotama. But it is in the 12th.
It is in 12th, right. 12th.
Vargotama, you cannot use it with Bhava chart. You can only use it with Rashi chart and Navamsha. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
In Rashi, they are not there. Okay. But you can see that the adamant nature of this Lagna is that because Lagna is at 1 degree and Saturn is at 1 degree, Saturn and Lagna refuse to move in Navamsha. That's the point. A very important point. So again, the water connection is established because how here the moon, which is the cause of the event, the full moon, the Paurnami, that moon is debilitated. So it's going to bring out the negative qualities of the moon so strongly. So like
also in D9 chart, moon is again aspected by moon, Mars.
Moon is aspected by Mars. Okay. Okay. I mean, these
so the
are
Vargotama, Saturn going Vargotama, is it makes Saturn more stronger in the Marakatva, or is it?
No. Vargotama means I'm adamant. I'm not moving. I want to do what I want. Strong in doing it what it wants.
So it doesn't improve if it is Vargotama.
Vargotama means I'm emphasizing on this. Whatever I've emphasized in the Rashi chart, I want to say it with 100% accuracy. Again, emphasizing, adamant. I don't want to move.
The moon is 179%, very strong in Shadabala. So effects of moon will be very strong.
Effects of moon, correct. Whenever a planet is strong, of whatever it means, it will give that results. The meaning of strength of a planet is its result in the karmic way, it will be very powerful. It's
only 111 in Jagannatha Hora, sir. Moon strength is only 111 in Jagannatha Hora, but it is not less, sir. It is.
It's still high. Okay, but see again, placement will be above Shadbala and Vimshapaka. Always.
Okay.
So there is an order in which you'll have to give weightage. Okay, so when you read the Dasha, when you read all planetary position throughout Bhrigu Sutram or even the entire BPHS, the main rules are not based on these things. The main rule is based on planetary positions. Positions will determine everything. And whether it is going to do it or not, you add it as one more additional point with Shadbala and Vimshapaka. Don't use it as everything. It's not correct. Because if this Lagna was elsewhere, there's no problem with the moon. Now the moon became Maraka and sits in the 6th house where there is danger in water. And the Lagnadhipati itself is sitting in the water area. Okay. But the best part of this is the ascendant and Saturn in the same degree. So it sticks to the same place in Navamsha. So, and then whatever you read about the aspect table, everything is as it is. Okay.
Sir, can we say that Jupiter is unable to aspect any other planet?
Jupiter, no, I think Jupiter must be aspecting so many other planets, no? How can it be? It doesn't aspect.
Only the ascendant and Rahu is aspected by Jupiter, but there is also Saturn aspect on that.
Saturn is aspecting Jupiter, you're saying. Yeah, 81%.
No, Jupiter is aspecting Moon also, sir.
Jupiter is aspecting Moon 68%.
Jupiter is in Moon's nakshatra as well.
What is the main rule for longevity? In the longevity chapter, what is the opening sloka in BPHS?
8th Lord in Kendra.
8th Lord in Kendra. 8th Lord in Kendra. What would be the worst Dusthana for the topic of longevity? 8th Lord in 12th.
12th. Yeah.
So we're just getting the opposite of long life, right? Short life. So there's a great danger. If somebody is a Makar Lagna and has Saturn in the 12th, it will be definitely bad. And then on top of that, you'll have to, if suppose you're reading it for a human being, you'll have to say, you got 5th house dosha, you have got 5th Lord is in the 12th, you have to do this remedy and that, you'll have to wear a diamond, and your 10th Lord is in the 12th, your Bhagyadipati has gone to the 12th, you're having Pitru dosha, you're having Putra dosha, all kinds of things you'll have to say, right? For these two planets in the 12th. Whenever the Yoga Karakas or the pure benefics for that Lagna goes to the 12th, that's the most unfortunate thing to happen. So much of bad luck at this point in time. The only ray of hope was, I think, Jupiter in that 10th Bhava. That is the only thing. So basically, in a way, it's a punishment for all of us who have been playing around with nature for a long time.
Guruji,
Yeah.
can I have a minute, sir?
Please go ahead.
This is Kishore, and I am very new to astrology, and I was introduced by Sai.
Okay.
I'd like to know one small question that suddenly popped up in my mind. Basically, the entire discussion I was listening, and I was overwhelmed with all the technical details. But the first question apprehension I have is it possible that anybody can learn astrology, or is there a destiny for people or for a person to learn this? And second question is whether today is an auspicious day for making the start into this. I'm sorry if the question is out of context of today's discussion, but this was the only moment I had.
Anyway, the class is over.
Okay, thank you so much.
There's no problem. Okay.
Which Lagna is, sir? Probably we can add him to our collection.
Pardon me?
Which Lagna? What is the Lagna, sir? Probably we can add him to our collection in our video that we did, right?
Manoj, your voice is breaking.
No, sir. What I was asking is, what Lagna is Mr. Kishore? Probably we can add him to our collection.
Oh, okay. You are asking what Lagna. Okay, mine is.
Let's answer his question before that.
Yeah.
Anybody can learn astrology. Okay.
Great.
Anybody can learn. But who will learn? Obviously, somebody who has interest, right?
Okay.
But to become a professional astrologer, you need destiny. Like you need destiny to become a doctor, you need destiny to become a lawyer, and all the work that you do, because that was your work allotted to you.
Oh.
So that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, right? Krishna says, after listening to the lectures, Arjuna is terribly impressed and says, I want to quit immediately and become a sannyas.
Oh.
He says, nothing doing. You have to stay here and fight. Because that is not your karma.
Okay.
So the question about whether I can become a professional astrologer is totally different.
No, my question was whether I can learn and I can understand and I can also go deeper into the hidden meaning, because I go deeper actually. I would like to go deeper into it and understand the esoteric meanings of certain things, which is difficult for normal people to, understand. So if I do something, I tend to overdo it. And before I do it, I ask questions. I have a lot of doubts, but once we start, then I don't withhold myself.
Okay. So the answer is anybody can learn.
Okay.
And it will take time, and there should be passion.
Definitely.
There should be excitement in it.
Definitely.
And then the rest will follow automatically.
Same as in chess.
Yeah, chess coach. I think.
Yeah. And the second question was whether today was an auspicious day to start. Whether today is an auspicious day.
As far as astrology is concerned, today is an auspicious date.
Okay.
And there will be a reason why you came today, because of something in your chart connected to Saturn.
Okay.
Let's say you came in today and listened to this, a chart that is heavily dominated with Saturn.
Okay. So do we take it as a positive sign?
Yeah, definitely. It is a positive sign.
Okay. It's a quest for knowledge.
Yeah. Thirst for knowledge, understanding human life, understanding the purpose of life. How will that be inauspicious at any time?
Definitely.
You understand?
Yeah.
Auspicious time should be used for example, housewarming. I want to get married and all that. Problem solving. There's no good time and bad time. Every time is good. Anytime you'll have to solve problems.
Okay.
In fact, it's the other way around. All inauspicious days should be used for problem solving.
Oh. Okay.
All the Indian festivals are all bad days. All of them. Extremely harmful days. All Indian festivals. So the Indians are all clever people. So they made sure that you are in the God's way. You're doing a lot of donations and charity. But over the years, we forgot the meaning of festival and we started celebrating it only for ourselves.
Wonderful.
You are supposed to donate sweets to all the people in this world around you. But we buy in kilos and bring it home and eat and then go to the doctor. You're supposed to buy a dress for others, but we do it for ourselves. So all the days, all Amavasyas are bad. So Diwali Amavasya is extremely harmful.
Oh.
All Chaturthis are bad. And Ganesh Chaturthi is the worst Chaturthi of the year. All Shivratris are bad. So we are asked to worship Masa Shivratri, Lord Shiva. And the chief amongst them, the most inauspicious Shivratri, Krishna Paksha Chaturdasi, is Mahashivratri. You name the festival, all of them are bad, except a few, 1 or 2 or 3 maximum. Vijayadashami is also a long fight with the Rakshasas, but ultimately when Durga wins, it becomes Vijayadashami. Like that, we have Guru Purnima, which is an auspicious day. Some exceptions may be there to what I said.
Sankranti, sir. Sankranti.
All Sankrantis are extremely harmful. Pongal is the worst day possible. Pongal. Okay.
Okay.
There cannot be a more unfortunate day than Pongal.
Okay.
So when you are doing any problem solving, learning for survival, learning for understanding this human life, any day is good according to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
So,
just as you did a combination for people going abroad, you should do a combination for becoming a professional astrologer. So,
what will happen if you don't have it? You will feel discouraged. See, I'll tell you one thing. Even suppose in the context, let's say in any sport, you want to go to the next level. Actually, it is possible. But then when will karma start working is if you want to become the world champion, karma will be the reason. Without the horoscope saying you cannot become, without karma indicating it. Can never become the world champion in anything. You can't go to the 90-mark student range without enough reasons. But if you stay at 50%, 60%, 70%, I don't think you need so much horoscope. You can do that at any point in time. Because the basic element or what is the main criteria is, are you intelligent enough? That's all. You know how to do certain things like calculations. For example, Mercury calculation, computers, astrology, analysis, all of them come into one. So if you have logic, you can learn astrology. You will learn maths, you will know how to solve the Rubik's Cube, or if a problem is given, you can find the answer quickly. All that, then astrology becomes very easy. But if you are not inclined to that and you are a Venus personality, where you're only thinking about dance and music and cinema, maybe then your the math skill might be low. The Venus energy would be up. And for those people, astrology becomes very complex. They'll say, I don't want to get into all this. Why don't you do it for me? But once Mercury is strong, if you are in a lawyer, a CA, in IT, which is software and logics, and any game that is a mind game, all of this, it's all Mercury is already strong in your chart. Without reading your chart, we can say that. And that means astrology is easy to learn. Okay.
Sir, I have a general question, sir. So let us say in a chart, there is a planet that rules bad houses or Marka houses. Like, for example, Cancer ascendant, there is Saturn rules 7th and 8th house. And so let us say it's placed in, say, 3rd house. But the strength of the Saturn is exalted and is Vargotama in several charts. So generally, how would you read the results of that particular dasha of Saturn? Will it be mixed, more mixed, or more bad than good?
Maybe we'll answer this question in another class.
See, Marka being strong is not really good, is it?
So we will end the discussion today.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Guruji. Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks, Guruji.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
What is
Thank
the
you,
link
sir.
of
Thank
this?
you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yeah, it's close to 2 hours, right? 1 hour and 58 minutes. So we'll stop. We'll come back again.
Sir, in
same time.
the Chunami chat, Moon is Gnati Karaka, sir. I want to just say that.
Jnati Karaka. Okay. What does that mean?
For danger, for accidents like that. It's
Exactly. Correct. So I think this has been mentioned in Jaimini Sutras, right?
yes, sir. Yes.
Mm.
And Sun is then Moon is in Gemini, sir. Sun is in Sagittarius, sir. Then.
But in this Jnati Karaka stuff, there will be contradictions depending on what you're using, Rahu or not Rahu, right? So there will be some order of, so it may change. But this is what is the system that you had used? Jnati Karaka, the regular Gemini astrology, or some modern something that you had used?
Sir, it always feels good when.
Huh?
Sir, it always feels good when using some of these other techniques, and it reinforces the point. But the problem is when we use it all the time, it will confuse and we get into analysis paralysis, right? So I'm always a little worried about going into many other things because I might be already sure about position, aspect, conjunction. I've had some kind of things that I've decided that I'm going to say. But then when I add more, it confuses me. I'll be like, okay, should I say this or not? And that is probably the negative aspect of doing all of that.
Okay. See, that's what the complex nature of astrology is. We want to use more parameters. And when you use more parameters to explain an event, that's fine. But when you start using it on a real one-to-one reading, if you use so many, do you have enough time to sit with the client and then discuss all that? So, and all these karakas, if you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, like Atma, Amatya, and orderly, and end with Dara Karaka, then you'll have only how many totally from Atma to Dara? How many?
7.
Only 7. Only 7. So that means you're not including Rahu. So the problem is if you stick to this logic, what I think what they've used is in the actual horoscope on the axis method 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7th one will come directly opposite to the Lagna factor. So there it becomes Dara Karaka because it's opposite to you. So what logic they have used is the 6th one is a disease related item, the Jnati Karaka. So almost it's like reading the Lagna itself. Because one before Jnati is what? Putra Karaka. What is that? 5th house.
5th house.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is Roga. Disease, deaths, and enemies. And this is a case of tsunami. And tsunami is all about 6th house. So people who lost their house, they'll get into terrible loans. There's no way to solve it. So I think the 7 Karaka system is supposed to be the best one. I mean, that's my opinion. Right. Okay. So then the modern software, we have so many things, each one coming up with objects. So that's why we need to get just the 7 Karaka system. That's enough. Okay. That's when I think Sridevi said that, right? The moon is Jnati Karaka. But have you checked? Is it the 1 minus Dara Karaka?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's only 7, sir. Rahu is not included.
Yeah. Okay. Which system you're using? Jagannathora.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
If somebody's having too many tsunami dreams, what does it mean?
You are having?
Maybe, I don't know. Probably, yeah.
But did you watch any video of tsunami?
See, maybe I might have, but I kind of predicted.
No, you saw the dream. You saw the dreams before the tsunami or after the tsunami?
I mean, okay. So the 2004 tsunami was a little bit personal because my grandfather was in, hospital, cancer hospital, and all that. And so I was alone at home when the entire incident happened, and my mom and everybody, they all left to, help.
No, but you didn't see the water, right?
I think I might have seen it on TV. I'm not sure.
Only on TV you would have seen. Okay.
Yeah. But then I predicted the 2011, the Japan tsunami and that earthquake I was able to predict.
Okay.
A friend was asking, like, should we play the tournament on Nepal? And I said, no, it's an earthquake prone zone. I'm not going there.
Oh, okay.
And then the next year, was an earthquake.
Okay.
Sir, on that day, our entire family was, we decided to go for a walk on the beach, and we went like half an hour late, and by the time the tsunami had started, so the police started pushing us back actually. So
okay. So you didn't have any, you didn't see it, right?
I didn't see, we basically saw the water which had passed the Marina Beach, but
it came over to this side, correct?
This side to the road.
But the most scariest thing of whoever gave us this story about what they saw, those who saw it at that 50 feet plus, they're saying there's never anything that they've seen in like the, I mean, not even in movies, anybody can see something like that.
I've seen it in my dreams, Guruji.
Okay. Yeah, if you see it in your dream, it's actually experienced. Because dream, even though it is not real, it is in your experience. So it is as good as the truth.
Sir, Kanyakumari side, it was supposedly it reached up to 130, 133 feet, nearly up to the statue of Thiruvalluvar.
Average was 100 feet, right? It was 100 feet.
Nearly reached the statue
some
of
places, Only that Tiruchendur was a very odd man out situation, Tiruchendur alone. The water went backwards instead of coming forward. Did you know that? In that Murugan temple, Tiruchendur.
That's interesting. No, I haven't heard of it.
They saw the sea. They saw the sea. What is that called? The sea bed. They saw it just like that. Okay. So, so Kartikeya, he kept the sea away. The sea went backwards. Krishna or to everyone. The sea gone backward. They saw actually everything underneath the floor.
That's the place where we actually people suggest for Mars related things, right? Tiruchendur.
Yeah. For Mars related, All Murugan temple are Mars related.
Mars. Tiruchendur is more prone to the Mars, exact Mars. They say that the rays exactly fall on that.
Okay. There's some special information.
It's also the place where he won the war, right? That's where he fought and won the war. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Surasamharam, yes, correct.
So these are all strange things. So when I went to Tiruchendur, I asked them, did it really happen or it was a story? And they said, no, we actually saw this. It was completely the reverse. That's surprising. Okay. So tsunami stuff is over on Saturday. It all started with Rahul Sharma posting a picture of Saturn.
Soon, somewhere the other person will come to your consultation, sir. With those who are born on tsunami day. I'm just thinking how their life would be. The birth on the exactly around the same time.
Sir, there was actually a meme going around that children born around that time tsunami or the ones who were studying 9th or 10th grade right now, and they all got to free pass in education, all pass. So maybe that particular generation who were born during that time are having different experiences in lives.
So fine. So we'll quit.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir. Good
Thank you,
night.
sir.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
Kishore has joined our classes. Okay, just now.
Thank you, sir. Right, sir.
Sir, I wanted to ask something. Do you like if someone wanted to learn mantras or something like that, do you initiate students into that, or like that mantra siddhi they say? No?
No. I'm not qualified for that. In fact, it was the other way around. I received a mantra from the Swamiji of Golden Temple, Vellore.
So only who has attained siddhi in that is supposed to give it, is it? Or
Yeah, I mean, I can teach you the logics of mantra, but I think, that should be coming from somebody in the yogi status. Always.
Guruji, you were saying something when I exited.
No, I said, welcome, Kishore. He's joined the class.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I'll take leave now, sir. Good night.
Good night.
so someone who has trained in that mantra for a long time only has to initiate the other person, is it? Or?
Yeah. I mean, they feel comfortable, And there, see, usually when the time has come, it will happen just like that. So until that time, you generally make some, chantings. Gayatri is the best one of all of them. Then Mahamrityunjaya. These two, when you keep saying and you have so much faith in God and this way of living, then you will meet a person who will initiate you. Usually the initiation will happen during third Lord's Antardasha or third Lord Dasha. At least one of them will happen. The third house planet, if third house is occupied by a planet, most of the time initiation into a mantra will happen during that time. Occupant, if no occupant, then Lord of third.
I'm going through third Lord's Antardasha.
Oh, so you might get it. Who knows? Of course, I've done this to some people, but it just came to my mind also. Suddenly I have done it.
No, but wherever I read, they say any mantras, it has to be initiated to be more powerful. So
Exactly. Yeah. So when this Swamiji gave me this mantra, I asked him, what is the output of this mantra? He told me, you will become world famous. I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why you have consulted for Michael Jackson, isn't it?
No, this was recently, around 10 years back.
Okay.
The mantra.
But you have to chant it every day, is it? You're chanting every day? Or?
Yeah, every day. Whenever you are in that mood, whenever you are in the puja room, you keep saying it again and again. The more number of times you repeat it, it will become stronger and stronger like a kavach. It's almost the same way as we mugged up and said something right in class. When you memorize, it's so easy. So it's almost affirmation, I think. It's based on this theory of affirmation. When you say something over and over again, you tend to become that.
So is it related to a specific god?
So why was, like, for example, Muhammad Ali, even when he went out of form, it was very difficult to beat him and pin him down or put him down. Because he was continuously saying, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. So you brainwash yourself into thinking of something and then you become that. So what they're saying is, if you tell a mantra over and over again, something of the mantra, that energy will come into you. For Gayatri, if you cross lakhs of times, it will definitely have a tremendous impact in this birth and also in your next birth.
So that's why they started early, is it, from children?
Yeah, correct. Ramana Maharshi, had told this to his disciples that he had been chanting Gayatri in the past 2-3 lives. So that led to his moksha. And Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says of mantras, I am Gayatri.
So that's the powerful of all.
Yeah, the most powerful one. And generally, if you are inclined like this, you will eventually find some teacher. Okay, somebody. But there are several, layers to this. Maybe any Vedic stuff also can be like an initiation. Like meeting your guru, the third house, the third lord, planets influencing the third, etc. It's called house of awakening. Because the opposite house is the house of dream, the 9th house. So in all the Upanishads text, to prove about all the Maya concept, they only use dream as an example. Anyway, one of the classes we will talk about that. Okay, bye.
Okay, thank you.